Okay, now I'm back. Dr. Erica L. Coleman here. Okay, let's rock and roll. What craziness? This, no, this is not the Wild Wild West. Okay, because in the Wild Wild West, people had to check their guns. There were laws pertaining to stop watching so much TV, people. Okay, all these cowboy, you know, um, movies that make it seem like there were no restrictions regarding gun laws. That is not true. Okay. And here we are in 2023. Now, let me first of all, let me just back up a little bit because this past Saturday, now this is the 11th, this is Tuesday, April the 11th. Good Lord, where's the year going? Okay. So on Saturday, April the 8th, my husband and I were out with our son, who is deaf and autistic, and we were celebrating his 29th birthday. And we had gone to the mall. Now, there's what I call the mall proper, okay? That's, the original mall. Okay. And then a few years later, they built an annex across the road. Okay. That's called the Fashion Center. So I spend most of my time, if I'm going to the mall, and I don't go to the mall a lot, but if I go to the mall, it's either to Target, which is at the mall proper, or I'm over at the fashion center. That's where I get my massage, my honey grow, Kava is over there, Ulta Beauty is over there. Oh yes, Home Goods and Marshalls and Home Sense, all dangerous stores for me. Okay. And that's where I got some of this stuff from that you're looking at. And some of it I did it, but no matter. Okay, so we go over there about 5 p.m. on Saturday, April the 8th, 2023. And we get some food from Honey Grow. So actually, my son's a picky eater. And so we weren't sure if he was going to eat, the food from Honey Grow, but he did. So my husband got my food and his food, and then went back into the restaurant to get his own food. Okay. In the interim, all of these, I saw a couple of police cars, but I saw a couple of ambulances and fire engines. I mean, but it was loud. Okay. So of course I'm thinking fire. There's a fire somewhere. So my husband comes back, gets in the car, we eat our food, and then, we just go a little ways. We're still over, in the fashion center. And anyway, I wanted to try this new mousse because I'm trying to lay my head down. I'm trying something new because, my grandmother's turning 100. I want to look fly for her 100th birthday party. So I want to do some like finger waves or whatever, but I want to get used to first laying my hair down. Okay, so I saw this young lady use Lotta Body mousse, hair mousse. So I had tried a couple of stores, but um and Sally's, who usually carry it, was out. So then I decided that I would try Ulta Beauty. Okay, so I get to Ulta Beauty and the store is closed. This is like 5:30, quarter to 6 on a Saturday. And I'm like, yeah, I know tomorrow is Easter, so we know the mall's going to be closed. But the interesting thing, in the interim of getting over there, you're still hearing all this commotion. And then there's a helicopter overhead. And it's like, you know what? I'm not liking this. And in my mind, I'm thinking gunshots. Didn't hear any gunshots, but just, my intuition, active shooter. So then, as I'm walking back to the car, there's a lady who was in her van and she was telling me and another woman, she said, yeah, she said, I just came out of there. She said, there is an active shooter in the area. And so they told us that we could stay in the back of the store, but if we wanted to leave, they would let us out, but that they were closing down the store. Well, you don't have to tell me twice. So my husband was sitting in the driver's seat, eating, and I'm like, I came right over. I'm like, let's switch, because I was finished eating. I'm like, let's switch and let's get the heck out of here. So they had shut them all down. Um, Three people were shot. This wasn't, a mass shooting, a planned mass shooting. This happened in the food court where some people got into an altercation, somebody pulled out a gun, three people were shot. Thankfully those injuries were not life threatening, and then five people were injured. So then they shut the whole mall down, and then of course for Sunday, the mall was going to be shut down anyway, but they were doing investigations, and I'm not sure if they have a suspect yet, but I'm like, damn, really? You can't even go to the mall. Now, some idiot, decides, and wait a minute, and here's the, as my grandmother would say, the hurtingest thing. It's horrible that anybody would be shot, but the three people and the people who were injured weren't even part of the altercation. They were just innocent bystanders. One guy was actually had just gotten out of line with his slice of pizza and was grazed. This is really stupid. And I'm going to say this because these stupid behind conservatives, yeah, I said it. Y'all are a bunch of hypocrites. All this bull crap about, pro life. No, you're not pro life. You're anti abortion. And just like one person said, I think it was a comedian who said, the last time a conservative cared about me was when I was an embryo. Because once you off the outside the womb, all bets are off. All bets are off. So then you had the Nashville mass shooting, and then you had the mass shooting in Kentuckyville. Now this bull crap that's going on in Nashville, where y'all don't want to have a conversation. And even, I mean, Obama talked about how he was shocked when the Sandy Hook, and that's over 10 years ago, when the Sandy Hook massacre, these are babies. And Congress couldn't have a conversation about gun safety. So then you get to Nashville and they want to talk about everything but. So three Democrats, two young brothers, and the 60-year-old white woman was like, we ain't having it, not today, Satan. So they took over the chamber. There were people outside protesting, and they did, and the Republican controlled, ultra controlled legislature decides to expel the two black men, and the white woman was narrowly spared. And she didn't mince words, but she said, she's like, I'm a 60-year-old white woman. These are two young black men. Now, one of them has already been reinstated, and then I believe the other one's going to be reinstated tomorrow, but they still have to, defend their seats in an upcoming special election. And I do believe, and I'm hoping, and this bull crap about, they're going to win, but this bull crap about decorum, babies are dead. And then this dumb fool sitting there talking about, The problem is not an AK-15 and asking people, well, tell me, what gun would you want to be shot with? Well, none. But we know not an AK-15, but an AR-15. So you can tell I don't know my guns. I don't deal with them. The AR-15. That's why you don't use these for hunting. You shoot a deer with that thing, you are not having venison for dinner. Not gonna happen. But you have 6 dead people. And then I love what Pearson said when he challenged the guy who had, you know, sponsored the bill to expel them on the so-called grounds of decorum. Talking about you came up here a tantrum. He said, wait a minute. People are fighting for their lives. We've got dead children. Y'all are not listening. So we took matters into our own hands on behalf of the people. And you're going to call it a temper tantrum? Nobody throws a temper tantrum like conservatives. Every damn time y'all can't have your way, you want to shut the government down. Let's be real about it. You got the crazies of crazies leading your party. Y'all rule with terrorism. These brothers and this woman were saying, no, we're going to do the work of the people. The people demand that we do something. So just like one person said, no, this ain't about no rules. No, this was about race. Yes, it was. This was about race. This was about partisanship. And y'all don't have no damn shame. Conservatives, I like who was that? I think it was David Savage who said, y'all talk about you want small government. All you want is, this is small government to y'all, is to make a woman's vagina small enough so you can get in there and control what the hell she does. Y'all all up in people's, just like Cuccinelli years ago, who was running for the governor of Virginia and wanted to pass a law to make oral sex illegal. Stay the hell out of our bedrooms, you perverts. And then lastly, this judge who is overriding a jury who convicted a man of killing a Black Lives Matter activist, and then you want to turn around and override a jury, and then the governor is talking about that he's going to pardon them. Black people, get your passport. Get your passport, because I'm telling you, this crap is about to, I mean, this is getting real. This is getting real. And these white racist people ain't playing. And they want a race war. All we want is to be left alone. All we want is for this country to live up to its ideals. And y'all expelling legislators who are doing the people's business. Yeah, power to the people. This is supposed to be a democracy. We don't work for you. You work for us. And when we say that we want tighter gun laws. That's what the hell we want. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Lord, I'm hollering. Dear Lord, have mercy. But that's what the hell we want. You don't get to tell us that you want to do what you want to do. I'm telling you, these daggone people, like I said, you're not pro-life. You are anti-abortion. And then the interesting thing is that once they get here, you don't want to feed them. This war on the poor, I mean, talk about race, but this war on the poor of all colors, damn, crazy. Okay, I'm telling you, Dr. Coleman is Dr. Coleman is lit tonight because this is some craziness. Obama talked about the silly season. This is the crazy season. And this is just really sad. Excuse me, this is just really sad. But okay, once again, I'm over my 10 minutes. But I'm telling you, black people, you better get yourself a passport. I just renewed mine. I let mine lapse because it expired in 2019. But thankfully, I can renew it. It could your passport can't be more than 15 years old. Okay, because then you have to do the process all over again. But my recommendation to black people, get your passport because when this crap hits the fan and it's starting, then you're gonna be able to hop a plane and go somewhere. But you can't even cross the Canadian border without a passport. Let's be real about it. Okay, I'm done. This is some crazy crap. Matter of fact, I'm gonna say one more thing. I got a nice email from a friend of mine who he and his wife, they're Jamaican. They've lived here in the United States for years. And they're taking a vacation to Jamaica. My advice to them, Mr. and Mrs. Johnson, stay there. Don't come back here. Please don't come back here. Stay wherever you are, because this country is going to hell in a handbasket. I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say. This country is going authoritarianism. Uh, I mean, so fast. Tell it's not funny. This is what the conservatives want, and the dumb people who are following. Yeah, I called you dumb. And the dumb people who are following them. You're gonna regret this mess. Because guess what? Eventually, just like that poem says, they came for, this group and that group, and I said nothing. Then they came for me, and there was no one to stand up for me. Y'all keep fighting the good fight. This is Dr. Eric L. Coleman. I'm signing off for the night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Black people, get a passport. Straight up.